Hey everyone, Grayson the Bard here, and welcome back to day 68 of the Hunt-A-Day. I am going to preface today by saying that I did not plan on this video being a little on the shorter side. I thought this one was going to take a lot longer, and it turns out that this quest that I'm doing actually is a repel quest and not a slaying quest. So I didn't actually get a kill on this one, but because I completed the quest, I'm still counting it as a hunt. Today we are fighting a very cool monster, a really neat sand turtle who goes by the name of Odibatarasu. And this turtle, I gotta say, knows how to make an entrance. What you're seeing is my first hunt of this thing. I had not done anything of it. I had seen it before. I'd seen renders of it, and I'd seen a couple videos, so I know a little bit about what it's capable of. But I had never seen its entrance, where it starts off underneath the sand, just like this big, massive sand dune, kind of like what Nibblesnarf and Basarios do, but to a massively exponential degree. And then the explosion of sand and dust as it roars for the first time, and eventually clears away, revealing this massive red turtle with a cannon on its back. Oh, he's cool. I like this guy. In addition to my love of doofy monsters, I have also been on record as saying that I absolutely love big monsters, and he is very reminiscent of Akantor and Eukonlos, the two massive flying wyverns that can't fly, one that is very volcanic in where it lives, and one that is very ice-based, snow-based. And in the lore and art books, they actually tease this guy fairly early on. I can't remember which one it was, but they had mentioned a third monster of that trio that lived in the desert, and then we eventually got it in Frontier with Odibatarasu. So, let's talk about the fight. In addition to big, crushing, massive physical attacks, because of just the size of this boy, just walking will hurt you. If he walks into you, you're done, pretty much. He also is very adept at weaponizing sand. You will see him send out waves of sand to trip up the hunter. He will fire essentially mortar of sand, these giant sand cannonballs that come out of his shell and pepper the ground, and it actually results in me carding at one point because of that. And will occasionally send out big, massive sand beams from his mouth, although that's pretty rare. I think it only happened once in this hunt, and I was kind of in a bad position to capture the footage of it. The coolest move that he does is he will slam down and send up pillars of sand around him, and if you are caught in those pillars, you will be stunned and vulnerable for a very long time unless you wiggle free. It's a really neat move. The fight is usually with bigger monsters. They tend to be very easy because you can just kind of get in their blind spot and they're not much trouble. But because of how Odibatarasu uses sand and is just constantly throwing stuff out at you from all angles, it is hard to feel safe even when you are behind the monster. It has very big, sweeping tail attacks. It will send out shockwaves of sand that trip you up and leave you vulnerable for follow-up attacks. And, of course, those sand cannonballs that are constantly raining down from the sky. It is a very fun fight, and I would love to see how this thing is handled in a mainline game. And I think he would be a perfect fit in what I have seen for Monster Hunter Wilds in the desert area. I can see this dude showing up, all of a sudden you're wandering around the desert, and you see a massive sand dune in the distance, and you're like, huh, that's weird. I've been playing this game for 50 hours. I don't remember this guy being here. And you go up to the sand dune, and suddenly big, red, spiky cannon turtle. I would love that. I don't know if it's going to happen, because again, I am spoiler-free on everything after the reveal, or not reveal, everything after the release date trailer. So I don't know if we're actually going to see anything like that, but if we do, it would be dope. I love this guy aesthetically as well. I think he looks kind of stupid, and I love that. He's way, way too spiky, and I think if they brought him into a mainline game, they may need to turn down the saturation of his colors just a little bit, make him a little more reddish-brown, more so than the bright, bright red. But in general, I really like the way he looks, and the big dumb cannon on his back is just, oh, ooh, sublime. I'm gonna say I'm not expecting him to return, but I'm hopeful. So I want to say like a 5 or 6 out of 10 for him to return in Wilds. I think that desert area with how big and sprawling it is, I think it would be perfect to encounter him. But he may just be a bit too silly for the groundedness that they're going for. But I think because he's kind of tied to a Cantor and Eucanlos, and they like to bring those guys back, I think he has a higher chance of coming back in general as well. So I'll say like a similar, like a 6 or 7 for coming back in a future game. Thank you all so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe if you want to. Don't if you don't. And until next time, I'll see y'all next time.